Hi, I'm Barbara McRae, and welcome to Littleton Common. You know, I can tell spring is here because Littleton country gardeners have been redoing the troughs around town. It's so great to see the color in them. Did you know the country gardeners celebrate Arbor Day each year by giving a small Coosa dogwood tree to third grade students at Russell Street School? The students then plant these trees in their yards, and actually, over the years, they have given us reports on the growth of their tree. Thank you to the Littleton Shade Tree Committee also for donating these trees. This month, the country gardeners are getting ready for their annual plant sale on Littleton Common. This year, there will be Mother's Day gifts, some air plants from Florida, and much, much more. There are going to be 2 rain barrels that will be part of a raffle, too, so check that out. Come on over to the Common and find something for your garden. That's the Littleton Country Gardeners Plant Sale, Saturday, May 10th, from 8:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon. You'll notice that our senior broadcaster has changed a little bit. George Sanders, the new board chairman, and the COA board are trying to find ways to perk your interest in what is happening at the Council on Aging. George is determined to find ways to give you, or rather to bring you in to see us and use the facilities, so don't let him down. One place you should visit is the Senior Diner, and here's Gail to tell you what's happening there.
Hi, this is Gail from the Littleton Senior Diner. Just going to give you guys an update for the month of May, what we have happening down here and at the COA. The Concord Healthcare Women's Breakfast will be Thursday, May 8th at 8 o'clock here. And then for lunchtime that day, that's Minuteman Senior Services Mother's Day Special, which will be chicken cordon bleu, so they'll be served here at noontime. We have the volunteer luncheon from the COA and for the meal site here. And everyone who volunteers for COA and for the meal site should have received their invitations and RSVP to Carolyn upstairs. Concord Healthcare is doing their free lunch also, which will be on Thursday the 29th. And you need to call me here by the 23rd of May, so we have make sure we have enough count. We have the count right because she's going to be ordering that Friday. So as you can see, we have the exercise class going on behind us from Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11:15 to 12:15, and that's pretty much it for the month of May.
Thank you, Gail. There's a birthday lunch for anyone celebrating his or her birthday this month, and that'll be on May 14th. The ladies' breakfast is on May 8th, and of course, the men's breakfast on May 21st, which, by the way, is really filling up. We do look forward to seeing you there. With the cost of living getting higher and higher, it has to be worth coming. $2 is looking better and better, and that's what they charge for lunch. Come on down and visit us, but don't forget to call Gail at 952-2757 and sign up for lunch. Yoga classes have started on Monday afternoons, and the students are just raving about the results. Erin Jade would like to help you try this relaxing exercise, so please give it a try. Wednesdays, you can read a book with Carolyn Harlow and the Book of the Month Club. Here is Carolyn to give you the name of the latest book.
Hi, my name is Carolyn Harlow, and I'm speaking to you for the Council on Aging Book Club. We meet in the library every second Wednesday of the month, and next month it will be May 14th from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. We have a small group, and I'm going to encourage you to come and join us. We need new members, and we would love to have some new people come in. We have decided to let each member pick a book a month. So Marjorie Mason, for the month of May, has picked The Ginger Tree by Oswald Wind. The Ginger Tree is a story of the meeting of Japan and Scotland. It's a Scottish girl that's marrying a Japanese count, and she goes to Japan to get married. It's before World War II, and it gives you a good idea of how life was then. It's a love story and a romance, and if you would like to join our club, please let me know at 978-486-8589. We speak to Andy, the librarian, and she orders the books a week before our club meets. So please let me know by the 1st of May if you would like to come to the club and read this book for next month. Come and join us and give your own opinions of how you'd like us to run it. Thank you very much. See you next month.
Thank you, Carolyn. The Senior Citizens Club had a fashion show with clothing from the thrift shop. They had this in April. Members of the Senior Club were the models, and thank you to Ellen Arugio, Eleanor Cook, Dean Butterfield, and Elizabeth Vincent. Mary Kay also came in to help with the makeup. They all did a great job and are looking forward to the fall when they can show off the thrift shop's fall and winter line in the fashion show we are planning for all of you. We have some great merchandise at the thrift for summer. Options is helping us by donating their hand-me-downs, and now Joan Olson of Olson's Jewelry is giving us her donations of costume jewelry. Recently, I visited Options and I talked to Angela Wild about her shop. Everyone knows that I love consignment shops. I'm really hooked on consignment shops. And this one in particular because it's fabulous. And I want you to come in and I want you to meet Angela Wild. Hi, Angela.
Hi.
Oh, it's so good to see you today.
Good to see you, Barbara. Thank you.
Listen, this is Angela, and she runs Options Consignment Shop. And I just wanted you to come in, everyone to come in and see what you have here, because this is really a great shop.
Thank you.
It's, you know, I started going to consignment shops years and years ago when my husband was in the military, because every military base has a thrift shop.
Yes.
So, this is where I started. But I know that I love coming in here. My mother used to come in here, in fact, and find some wonderful things. So tell us, how long have you been here, actually?
Well, this store's going to turn 18 in October.
Wow,
Yeah,
already.
It's really the oldest consignment boutique in the area. There are probably older thrift shops, but as far as consignment, it's the oldest one.
Oh, well, I do want to take a look around and see, you know, what you've got here. It looks like there's quite a selection. And, you know, it's kind of fun coming into a consignment shop, especially this one, because, you know, you can mix and match so many things and come out with a great outfit.
Definitely.
I like it better than going to, you know, a regular clothing store, because you see so many of the same things on a rack.
They're more predictable. A regular store is more predictable. There's one style out, and they just work off that theme. Here, many designers are represented, so you just never know what you're going to see.
Yes. And I want to say, too, that Angela is so kind, because she does bring a lot of things to our thrift shop at Shattuck Street. And that's why we look like the mini boutique.
Or satellite.
We try. And Angela did come in one day and tell me how to set up all the racks, because I was a little bit confused on what to do with such a small space.
Yeah, it's tough.
Wouldn't we love a space like this?
You should have one.
Yeah.
You really should.
It would be great, because we do, the thrift shop does make a lot of money from what they, you know, have there. But most of all, I just want to talk about your place today.
Great.
So show us, like, look at this in back of you. We have, look at all these
Handbags,
purses.
shoulder bags. We have all ranges and styles and prices. The things that are, you know, under $20 we put on the floor. And then occasionally we get designer bags in that range in the hundreds. And so we'll hang those behind the counter. We have people who love bags who come in all the time and walk straight to the counter with their eyes on the ceiling, checking to see if there's something there for them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And then you have racks and racks of...
Lots of clothes. We have over 5,000 consigners, and a lot of them aren't active, but many, at least 1,000 are active consigners. So we take clothes by appointment. And our appointments tend to book out quite a ways. We are booked out now till the beginning of July if you want to bring things in.
Let's see. You want to put an outfit together just for fun?
I'd love to.
Okay.
I'd love to.
Where shall we start?
Okay, so there's this really cute pantsuit over here. I don't know if we're weaving into my places here, but I mean for you, I'm thinking you would look amazing in this pantsuit.
That's cute. Isn't that funny? You had it right down.
It's similar to what you have on right now. So what we do with this is we, find a top that goes well with it. And because it's a neutral color, what we want to do is find your favorite color to punch it out in.
Well,
so,
knowing me, a scarf is always correct.
Scarf is your favorite thing?
Yes, I love scarves.
Okay. So then you have a nice white top underneath. This would probably work just great with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd come over here and we have scarves. We're kind of low on scarves today, but always remember when you're buying a scarf or something that you're going to put next to your face that you want to pick your color. And do you know what your color is?
Well, red, black.
Okay, so
white.
you're a winter, so
Yeah.
you work with jewel tones.
Yes.
Okay.
And in fact, I call my scarves my jewelry.
Okay, yeah, and they can be. A lot of people wear them in lieu of necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a little bit of French in you?
Oh, yes. Half
French ladies love to wear their scarves.
Half French, half Italian.
So
Boy,
I
I'm
probably don't have a scarf here right now that would work for you. And that's one thing that we try to do. We help people dress all the time.
Mhm.
But one important factor for us is that we never put something on somebody that doesn't look good. So we will, if you come out of the changing room and you want an honest answer about an outfit, we'll tell you. If it works, we'll tell you, but we won't let you leave if it looks awful.
good. The fashion police at work.
We are the fashion police, absolutely.
I like that. Let's see. Oh, one of the things that I like to do is sometimes I'm after a color. Mm-hmm. So I go and I find just that color, and then I take everything out and get the right size or style or whatever I want. So, and I have found over the years, I take my time. Take
Right.
your time.
You have to, yes. When you come consignment shopping, you can't run in and run out. You can't do
No.
that. You have to come in here with at least an hour
Mhm.
of time to relax, and we play nice music so you can just relax, listen to the music,
Yeah.
go through all the clothes, make a big pile of what you like,
Yeah.
start a changing room, put all your stuff in there, and just do it.
I think it's great. And
Yeah.
I think that this is a very comfortable shop to be in. So I just want to recommend that everyone come here to Options Boutique. Consignment Boutique. And look around, take your time, and you're going to find something that you love. I know it. I can see that there are a lot of things here. So come in and look around and visit with Angela and her wonderful gals here that will be here for your assistance. All of you who donate clothing, housewares, and children's clothing are contributing to better programs and everything else we do here at the Council on Aging. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and keep it coming. And by the way, this month, the Senior Citizens Club will be meeting on May 19th at 1:30 p.m. Call Mary Gosby at 486-0573 for more information. We finally got a Wii game for the Senior Center, and some of you have tried it. You should have joined us last month in the Great Room at Shattuck Street. We had so much fun, and now we have a list going on for Bowling League. Isn't that great? A bowling league with a Wii game. And we're going to do this possibly on Fridays. If you don't know what the Wii is, come in and see how it works. Some of us seniors spent 8 weeks going to the high school to do a program with this game and some of the senior high school students. This was so worth it, just having that intergenerational contact alone. Why don't you listen to this?
Well, personally, I think the project's going great. One of the biggest things for me was that senior citizens have fun and they make lasting relationships with the students, and the two groups of people come into contact with each other since they don't get to talk to each other a lot. And in that aspect, I think the project's definitely succeeded. We haven't gone over the data yet, so we don't know if there's any marked improvement. But even if there really was no change at all, I'd still count this project as a success, personally.
Yeah. So how do you feel, Greg?
I feel the same way. Exactly what Eric said. The bonds that the students have made with the seniors has really been true friendship, and they look forward each week to coming twice a week and having a good time.
Sure, and that's what it was, right?
Absolutely, it's a complete success. I think Eric and Greg were able to infuse the school with a lot of positive energy, positive attitudes, and the seniors brought that with them. And just the way that they all worked together was fantastic. We were also able to bring a lot of new technology into the science department, not just video game systems, but technology that all the science classes can use. And so as a science department head, I find a lot of value in that.
Yeah, and I find that because we came here and we tried the game, we found out that, you know, you can do a little more than you think. You can bond with the young people. Us old people can bond with the young people. And, you know, we've enjoyed it so much. And we're so happy that you decided to do it, because we do look for intergenerational projects. This was perfect. Not only was it perfect for you, but now we have a Wii game at our senior center, and we're hoping that a lot of them come out. This is a fun game. This is a fun group, and we thank you. We thank you a whole lot. Thanks to all of the high school seniors who made us feel so welcome. Now a reminder that a volunteer luncheon is being planned for the volunteers who help here at the Council on Aging. You and a guest are cordially invited to the annual Volunteer Recognition Luncheon on Tuesday, May 13th at noon. But please call 952-2362 to reserve a seat. We need to know if you're coming. Right now, let's join Evan Thea at Indian Hill Music to hear about this month's programs.
Hi, this is Evan Thea over at Indian Hill Music at 36 King Street. Music is everywhere in May at Indian Hill, and we've got a lot of stuff going on. On May 11th, we have a string honors recital, which is a group of select string students who will offer a free recital here at Camilla Blackman Hall at 7 p.m. We also have our wonderful box lunch concert for the month on Thursday, May 15th, beginning at noon. And we serve coffee and tea, and you're welcome to come on down and hear some great music performed by our faculty. This month will be soprano Nancy Leononen-Howells, along with pianist Michelle Kelly. And they'll have a program of works by Debussy, Poulenc, and more. It's going to be a great program. Also in May, a treat for musical theater lovers, we have Stephen Sondheim's award-winning musical, A Little Night Music. And that'll be 3 shows, Friday, May 16 at 8 p.m. and Saturday, May 17 at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. And tickets are $15 for that show. And for information, give us a call at 978-486-9524 or visit us online at www.indianhillmusic.org. It's going to be an excellent show. Also in May, we have our monthly Celtic session, which is an open workshop for instrumentalists who like Celtic music. So if you're a fan of Celtic music and you play an instrument, come on down to that, Thursday, May 22nd at 7 p.m. There's a $20 fee, and we have renowned fiddler Laurel Martin, who will be presenting that workshop that evening. And in the gallery here at Indian Hill, we are presenting a new artist. Drawings from the Kitchen by Cambridge-based artist Hannah Goodwin will be on display for the month of May and June, and that's free, and you're welcome to come in when the building is open and take a look at that exhibit. So call us anytime, 486-9524, or online, indianhillmusic.org, and we'll see you here at Indian Hill.
Thank you, Evan Thea. My husband went to box lunch this last month and is determined to go to as many as he can. He really did enjoy it, and I know you will too. The Explorers Club is going to the Whistler's house in Lowell. We are actually planning a few things in Lowell because there is so much to see there. And after the Whistler's house, lunch will be at the Dubliner restaurant. And someone told me that they recently filmed a movie there, and why don't you go and take a good look at it, and when the movie comes out, you can say you've been there. But you have to call Barbara Cam at 486-4360 to sign up for this great day. The Council on Aging trip is with Westford this month, and it's off to the Mohegan Sun, and that's on May 20th. The price is $25 per person, but you have to call 978-692-5523 for more information, and that's a Westford number, so give them a call. On June 13th, you can join Westford for the Boston Pops. It's a 3 p.m. performance in Boston, and the price is $71 per person, and the number to call is, again, 978-692-5523. You know, we're trying to give you more selections for trips, so working with Westford sounded like a good plan. And we'll be getting more trips with them in the future. The Friends of the Council on Aging have mailed a letter requesting donations to the Council on Aging. We've mailed it out to you for donations to the Council on Aging. And this type of flyer goes out every year. This time we've included a survey. I know we've sent surveys before, but we want you to know that we will help you help us. And we want to see that, we want you to tell us what programs you want, and if you want them on health, or wills, or home sales, or taxes, or just plain fun. But please read the survey and return it to us so we can help you. Or a family member, in fact. We want to thank Tony Jasinski for all the work he did helping our seniors with their taxes. Great job, Tony. And George Sanders was here on Saturdays and Wednesdays to make sure you got your tax economic stimulus rebate papers filled out and mailed. And thank you to George. But speaking of helping, Tina Mader, our outreach worker, is always here to help you. Her meetings for the Living Alone support group have been very successful. And if you're interested in attending these meetings, please call Tina at 486-0183 and sign up. The next meeting is on Thursday, May 15th at 10:30 in the morning in room 233. She has had very interesting speakers, and if you're alone, you might enjoy meeting other people who share what you're going through. So call Tina today, again, 486-0183. Please don't forget that Memorial Day is coming up on Monday, May 26th. And if you're a veteran, your veteran's agent, Alan McRae, is inviting you to march, or if you can't march, then ride in the parade. But be there and be in that parade so people can see who you are. The American Legion Post 249 provides the color guard and the firing squad. If you have a uniform and you would like to volunteer to be a member of either of these units, please call your agent at 952-2352. And we hope to see all of you at the parade. Don't forget to vote for town officials on May 10th, and remember Mom on May 11th. Did you know you could meet some of the most interesting people in a nursing home? That's where I met Erin Jade, our new yoga instructor, and also met this month's guest, Kathleen Downey. Stay with us and meet Kathleen. This month's guest is Kathleen Downey, a music therapist at a state residential facility, an Alzheimer's Association trainer, a Berkeley College alumni, and a facilitator. Kathleen developed therapeutic programs for individuals with physical and mental challenges. I met her when I went to visit my mom at Neshoba Life Care here in Littleton, and I'd like you to meet her right now. Welcome to our show, Kathleen.
Thank you, Barbara. It's great to be here.
You have said that we should never underestimate the power of eye contact. We've often heard that the eyes are the window of the soul, and you believe that the spirit of a person with Alzheimer's is the one thing that is not affected by the disease. Through their eyes, it may be possible that they can see our spirit as well as, you know, if we were, they can see our spirit as well, I mean. And if we are emoting compassion, gentleness, or love, they will feel it. And you know what? I believe this is true because I saw it in my mother.
And I saw it in your mother too. And it's such a wonderful feeling to have that window of opportunity with a person with Alzheimer's who essentially lose themselves, contact with themselves, and how to relate again. And so by looking deeply into their eyes and emoting your own emotion of love and compassion, you allow for a connection that is very spiritual and very deep. And I'm not sure many people realize that this is an access we have. We think we've lost a loved one totally, but we can connect with them once again on this very deep level.
Right.
And also in using music and touch, I call it the powerful three: music, movement, and touch.
Good.
Because those are things that revive us, enliven us.
I totally agree with you because when I went to visit Mom, I would, I don't know, it just seemed natural to bend down and look in her face, very close in her face, and look in her eyes like, Mom, it's me. And I could tell right all along, Mother knew that that was me, and she would say, this is my daughter, this is Barbara. Sometimes I was someone else, but most of the time I was me.
Yes.
And so I agree that I think more people need to know that they need to have that contact with their loved one, parent, whatever, husband, wife, you know, think of them as being inside there. That's what I always thought.
Yes.
Mother is in there,
Right.
someplace.
Right.
And so if I show her that I can see her by what you say, looking in the eyes, then
Yes.
it was okay. And then of course, any other, the physical contact of your music, you know. So what made you start doing this?
I've always loved music and dancing as a child, and they say that do what you love. And I thought, I love singing, I love dancing, and somehow I wanted something more rewarding and satisfying for myself. I wanted to make a difference in other people's lives. And so I pretty much fell into this, or I believe we all have a path to follow, and sometimes we just look for these opportunities and they open up for us. So I did attend Berklee College of Music, but I had always wanted to be a music therapist. I don't have a degree in music therapy, but I have a degree from Berklee, and I love having an authentic relationship. And I find I have had the most poignant moments in my life as a musician, as a human being, when I've been in a room in the presence of people who have Alzheimer's disease. Because at that point, there are no blocks or fronts. We are there as we are.
Right.
And we hear about people being in the moment. We're all coming back to that thought of being in the moment. And people with Alzheimer's have the moment. And so when you're in their presence, there can be beauty in that, and there is beauty in that. And so we have gifts that they need.
Right.
There are needs that need to be met, and maybe communication is not available. What we're saying cannot be understood. What they're hearing is not connecting us. Our connectors are touch,
Absolutely.
because that is such a primal need that we all have, and we can't feel uncomfortable. Some people are uncomfortable with that.
That's what I was thinking while you were talking. I was thinking how I think for some people, first of all, you must have enjoyed being with elderly and with people who, you know, sometimes have illnesses. That's hard for some people. And it seems, I keep hearing that it seems that way in our country where, you know, the seniors or elderly people, it's hard for us to connect, where other countries it's just a known fact that you're going to connect with your grandparents or, you know, your parents forever. And I think that maybe people are afraid to connect with someone who they think is not with them, like an Alzheimer's patient. You know, it's, they have to throw away all these little fears, and they have to think of them. I thought of Mom actually as my child, because in a way she was after a while. And so if you thought of her as a child, and when you're with children, you act like a child sometimes, right?
Correct.
So why not think of them as children? I don't mean babies, like sickly babies. I'm talking about like happy little children. And if you could go there with them, just for that short time you're with them, it would be better for them and better for you. And you know, when I saw you at Life Care with your guitar and you were singing to them, I could tell that they were enjoying that, and Mother really connected.
We did.
Yeah.
We did, totally.
Yeah, and other people did.
And she was smiling and moving, and you were able to connect with her too. So it's knowing what they loved before having the disease. Did they enjoy dancing? Did they enjoy music?
Right.
Bring that back to them. They're in a state of inertia. And so it's our job, if you will, to introduce it to them again, to help them find themselves again. And so there are very small windows of connecting, but those windows are precious.
They're precious to the caregiver.
Absolutely.
You and I were talking about this earlier, and I think things like that are important to the person who is visiting them, taking care of them. Sometimes maybe we get to resent that we're there to care for them. But if you can stop and play with them, you know, enjoy the moment, like you say, enjoy the moment. Music is a great way. It's a great way for anyone. I mean, music is good if you have any kind of illness or depression, or you're unhappy.
Yes.
So I think that you bringing out the music for them is an excellent, I just felt it was an excellent idea when I saw you.
I've realized that, I read recently, as a matter of fact, that music is the language of people with Alzheimer's disease. And I know this, but having read it, it's very profound. And so I think you don't have to be a musician. Just provide that music, be it big band music, the music of their era.
Yeah, you know, I wondered one thing. I wondered, and you maybe go to a lot of nursing homes, and so you see the way they do things maybe a little differently than others. One of the things that I often wondered about from the day I went there was why there wasn't music going all the time. You know, piped in. Now, then I thought sometimes maybe it's annoying to some of the patients. Maybe it's annoying to some of the nurses too.
It could be a number of reasons.
Yeah, but I wondered, why not? It seemed to me like It would be very soothing if it was, you know, wasn't hip hop or something for them.
Sure.
Then again, maybe they'd
classical
enjoy
music.
that too. Yeah, classical music, something very calming. I haven't looked into it. I haven't done any research. Did you ever hear anything? Why, you know, or what kind of music? Or
I'm not sure why they're not doing this. It could be that it's too many sounds going on at once. So
yeah, that could be.
That could be it. And I also believe that there's a difference between live music and recorded music, just because you're able to engage in it. But certainly having classical music playing all the time is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, and of course, when you're there, they're able to react a little differently too. I mean, they're going to see you moving and the guitar, and they're going to maybe want to move a little more.
And they do.
Yeah, they do.
And
they sang.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I thought that was wonderful, because there were Alzheimer's patients there that sang with you, that remembered the words.
Yes. And they say that music is the last thing to go.
Really?
So music is such a precious thing that we have. And like I said, we don't have to be a musician.
Right.
But if you start singing "Let Me Call You Sweetheart," they're going to sing every single word. They may forget your name, but they will remember that song. And so yes, as caregivers, we feel the loss because we're losing that that connection with them. But I would like to say that we haven't lost everything, but because we still have the power of touch, the power of music, and the power of movement, which it reminds them that they are alive, because they tend to go into this very stifling, stagnant state.
What happened the first time that you went to a place like this to do your music? What did it feel like, and what did you get?
Well, I made a phone call to a nursing home because I thought I want to bring my gifts and my talents to this population. And I get so much out of it. It's very rewarding and satisfying play for me, not work.
I know that word.
And so the reward just prompted me to keep going with this. And I work in the whole Central Mass area now, from Northampton to Littleton. This is as far east as I've gone right now. And so how does it feel? Well, it's a very spiritual and very empowering feeling to just, I feel that I'm an instrument. So if I go in and bring my talents and watch, I call my business miracle moments. So I'm watching these miracles that are happening in our midst. Somebody, actually this morning at Life Care Center, somebody who didn't do any physical movement at all was clapping while I was singing and playing the guitar. So the activity person was very astounded by that. So it helps to initiate response, and like I said, bring them back to themselves, to their joys.
Yeah, I think so. It brought me a little joy because you know, I was able to sing with Mom, and I was sorry that there weren't more families there during this. You know, that's a good idea, because it would be so nice if the person visiting was involved in that with you. You know, they could be with their family member. I could sing with. I watched her. It made me so happy that she was singing. I danced with her little wheelchair.
She loved it.
And you know, she thought that was so fun.
You loved it.
I did. It was good therapy for me. Excuse me. So I felt like it just occurred to me, why couldn't more members, you know, family members be there. It doesn't have to be a million of them, one of them, whoever goes to visit the parent or husband or wife, to sing along too. I mean, that would make them feel good that they're seeing their family member be alive. Be alive and doing something.
Yes.
Yeah, because it did that for, I think, you got to do something about this. That's good therapy.
Well, I am developing a program now called Camaraderie, which would help to transform nursing homes from the inside out. And my idea is to include family members and staff to contribute their own talents, be it art, music, poetry, nature, bird watching, gardening, and hundreds of other. So you bring your gift, which is your bliss. It's a win-win situation. It changes the environment. It changes the energy. It allows for connection. It's a vision that I have right now, and I'm presenting it to several administrators right now who are very excited about it.
I think it's exciting because I've often felt like, well, not often, but I felt like my parent was being well cared for, but I needed a little care too. Because, and I know that these homes don't have time to stretch out their help to help you. They've got to help your family member. They've got to help them. So you're kind of like secondary, but you're not. You're not. You need to have good memories. You don't want to remember your parent or whoever in a nursing home and that you went there and you sat with them. And that's all you have for the last however many years, days, months, whatever it may be. Because you need to, you always say, well, I like to remember them the way they were. Well, there's this way now. But you can remember good things from this point on too. Because I feel like so many people are saying to me, you know, are you okay? And I go, I had really good memories right till the last minute. Well, not the last minute, but the last, you know, till the end. I had good memories, and that was because you have to think of them as a person. They're not, it's not a shell.
Right, it's not.
They haven't gotten there yet. That's the beyond, but not now. They're not a shell. It's very sad, and I'm sure there's worse cases where it's hard for you to be involved with them, you know, as a family member. But there are things left to do with them, and I think that your idea is excellent because you need to have them come together. Have them so that at least the person left behind will have good memories.
Yes.
And you know why I want good memories? Because God forbid if I'm in the nursing home, you better come in and dance with me or something, you know?
And I think that's what we have to think about. Is it me? What if that is me? What would I want in this position? And certainly their spirit is alive. They are cued in to our emotions.
There you go.
They're cued in.
That's a big one. Because no matter what is wrong, you're right, that they're cued in. This should be for any illness anyway.
Yes.
You know, not just Alzheimer's. Any person with an illness. We try to relate.
So I think maybe if we can give people tips on how can I communicate better, how can I make a connection with my loved one. Some people often sit beside their loved one, and I like your idea of grabbing a chair or squatting yourself and getting right at eye level. Being right there, let them see the sparkle in your eye. Put your hand out, put their hand in yours. Comfort. Comfort. And there is comfort in that.
I think so. They do reach out to you sometimes. You know, they do want to be touched. You know, and back to the first thing that we said about the eye contact is, to me, so important, because I think that you keep looking in there, thinking, do they see me?
Mm-hmm.
And if you look close enough, you're in there someplace.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to have, yes, people should get down there with their
Right.
that person and look in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to them that way. Don't talk to them over here.
Right.
Like, sure, you know.
And I think that eye connection would be preliminary to the touch, because you don't want to come behind somebody and startle them.
Right.
So I'll share a story with you. This lovely woman, 95 years old, named Mary. I'm a Reiki practitioner, so with that you have a lot of warmth coming from your hands.
Right.
And I use my intuition a lot in my work, so I just felt that, boy, I bet she would really enjoy if I cupped her face in my hands and just placed my hands gently on her face. So I did that, and she let out this beautiful sigh.
Oh.
And I looked at her and I said, Mary, what does that feel like? And she smiled and said, warm sunshine.
Oh.
So there was a moment that we had. And did she have many moments like that in the course of her day? I'm not sure.
Right.
But to her, that was life enhancing.
That was it. That was, and somebody, you know, I'm sure it felt like somebody cared too.
Yes,
No matter what.
that's it.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yes, but most of all, I'm glad that you you know, come up here and play the guitar and sing to them. And believe me, everybody, it is really neat, because I saw Kathleen do this, and she moves around the room with her guitar and sings the songs that I remember.
They're great songs, Barbara.
And most of you elderly people will remember too, but it just worked. It just felt good. And I wasn't a patient, but it felt good even to me. So I know it must have felt good to them. And I think that you're doing a very important thing. And I think that more homes and hospitals even should be using music like that. And so I'm glad you started doing this.
Thank you, Barbara.
And maybe you could play something for us right now. So
I'd love to.
Yeah. So.
I love singing this song. It's called Ain't She Sweet?
Yeah.
Ain't she sweet? Just walking down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? And ain't she so nice? Oh yeah, look her over once or twice. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? Just casting eyes her. Well, could she love? Could she coo? Could she coo? Has anybody seen my? Has anybody seen my? Has anybody seen my gal?
Great.
Thank you, Barbara.
See, it just makes you smile.
It does.
What can you do?
I hope there were people dancing and tapping their feet while they were listening to that.
I hope so, and I'm sure. I am absolutely sure. And I still think you should come back when you come up to Littleton and come over here to the Senior Center and play some music for
I would love to
everyone
do that.
having lunch, you know, or you've got to come down because this would be so fun.
Let's
This
do
would be
it.
so fun. I think so. I want to thank you for being here.
Thank
you
you,
so
Barbara.
much for
Thank
being
you.
here. And, you know, hopefully you'll come back again and we'll enjoy some more music and we'll talk about what you're planning on doing and if it's working.
I'd love to
Because
do
maybe
that.
you will have started by then.
I'm hoping to.
Yeah, that'd be great. So why don't you join us next month for another very special guest. I think you will enjoy this person, and I'm not going to tell you who it is till you see him. But till then, don't ever forget to hug a senior. See you next time.